Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I have something very special to share with you, something that I've been working on for the past week, a little over a week. I've been working on designing a gamified study and life planner, and I'm so excited to show you the way around this planner and show you what I've been working on, what I've designed and illustrated. So come on in, let's have a tour. I am so excited to show you and share with you this gamified study and life planner. It's truly one of the most sophisticated and seamless planners that I've made yet, and I'm so happy and excited, and I can't wait to get stuck in this. So welcome on in. Let's start off with the header. The header really summarizes and showcases what is in the planner itself, lots of surprises, quests, and a journey that I want you to experience while using this planner. And I want it to be something fun and something that you anticipate to come back to every day. And so here we have our header and we have our game icon. I thought that was quite fitting. And then we have our planner title heading, and we have a navigation menu as well, which I thought was very important. We have a control room, so I'm going to show you into each of these buttons and sections in a moment once we get acquainted with the rest of the dashboard. So I've got a control room, which is a lot of the brains of the planner. We've got a resources page, we've got videos, a video section, a brain dump section, and down here we've got pick a difficulty. So this is a game element as well, picking a difficulty. I thought that it's something that would be fun, bring some fun to, the journey, and you are able to choose easy, medium, and challenging, which I thought was very, fun and exciting as well, an element of excitement. Here we have a divider, just to break aesthetically and visually, to give the eyes a break, and a nice piece of aesthetic divider right there, using a call out and 2 text blocks. And down here we have our subjects on the left and our subjects on the right. These are my personal curriculum subjects: learning, Notion, video making, design and illustration, and life. You can put your main subjects here or add as many subjects as you like. And here is the face of, our dashboard page. Controllers with, some leaves and branches. And I really loved that garden, the botanic garden vibe. Flowers, leaves, and I thought that it brought the controllers out so much. It really made it stand out and gave it some vibrancy, and I'm so happy with how this illustration turned out. All of these illustrations I really thought hard about in terms of aesthetic and relevancy as well. And I'm so happy with the outcome, with all of the covers, the illustrations that I worked on. And it was, it was interesting and really fun, bringing all the themes together and making a cohesive pack of illustrations. So let's keep on going. Let's go down a little further. We've got choose your card. So it's kind of like a Pokemon card, where you press in here and it takes you to a page of cards, which we will explore in a bit. And on the right we have side quests, which is also another page, once you click in here, that will take you to your side quests on your journey in this planner. And right in the middle, we have our badges that you can earn. So these badges, you can switch them up to what badges you want. So this is Video Master, but you can call it whatever you want based on your life and study goals. I've got Design Queen, Notion, Devotion, Living It Up, and these are all based off my units and subjects that I've got there. And as you can see, these have progress bars that are linked to my major goals, and these major goals are then linked to my tasks. So right now I'm going to show you how that works. So I've got them linked Notion Devotion tasks over here, Notion Devotion major goals over here, and they are adjacent to one another. So these tasks that are Notion Devotion are related to proficient in making databases. So they're adjacent. And these tasks are related to Apply's basic formula. And these major goals are related to these tasks, and so on. So I really wanted to have them side by side to make it easy for you to follow. And it's all there, and you can see your progress in real time. So let's say we are working on Notion Devotion, which is our Learning Notion unit, and we are about to check off relates information between two or more databases. So let's say I've checked that off. Let's check that off, and we can see our progress bar moving over here in the major goals section. So once I've got all my tasks related to that major goal done, I've got it 100% finished. Now, once I've got this major goal 100% finished, what you can then do is tick that off, check it off, checkbox, and that will show you in the Notion Devotion badge how much you need to achieve that badge, to earn that badge. So it's an earning system, a reward system, and something really fun. So let's say we've finished all of these tasks and checked off all of our major goals. We would have earned our Notion Devotion badge. So congratulations, and that's amazing. It tells you you've completed that badge, you've completed that outcome, all the major goals and tasks related to it. So that's pretty cool. And then you can, on the side here for major goals, you can click through your badges. So your major goals for your units that are related to your badges. So you've got Video Master, you've got Design Queen, and Living It Up. So these are all related to my units, subjects, and you change them accordingly. So your task, you switch, since we're on now Video Master, you switch all of your tasks to Video Master. But of course, your tasks and major goals and your badges and your subjects are going to be related to you. So you're going to be able to customize all of this to suit your life and your needs and your requirements and your goals. So I'm going to leave these as examples for you, just as a guide to see how you can transform this to suit your own life. And I can't wait for you all to explore this and to, see what you can do with this, because it's truly so rich in what you can do. Let's go down further and see what we've got. We've got our Notepad, which I had while I was planning this gamified life study and life planner. Some elements that I wanted to include, I jotted them down here: side quests, difficulty levels, choose your card with surprises. So we're going to get to those because there's a lot of explaining to do, and I'm so excited to show you what's to come. We've got our to-dos, we've got our bulletin lists here and our numbered lists here. And just like a real notepad, I wanted to add an element of illustration, and I decided to have this beautiful garden here, which I illustrated as well at the end of a notepad. So you can imagine this as a printed notepad with a little illustration down here. It really reminded me of that, and I'm so happy with the way that turned out. It was really true to what a notepad really is, and I'm so happy with that. And in the middle we have our calendar, so we can see what we're working on today. So this is empty right now, but if I go into one of my tasks, I can put down the date for that. So say it's today. Okay, this now should show up in my calendar right there because I've dated it. So as you're doing your tasks, you can date them as well. Once you're done, check them off, and that will transfer into your major goals, and which will then transfer into your badges, and you're going to earn badges that way. So that's really fun. And to the right of our calendar, we've got our quick links little table. So we have quick links up in the menu, but if you didn't want to scroll all the way back up, we also have a little quick links bit here: resources, brain dump, YouTube tutorials and videos, and our control room, and a little illustration as well there, a little element of fun with our controllers. Now, another exciting part of this planner, of this Notion planner, is the sign-in tracker that I've got here. So I've signed in for today, but let me go in and just delete that for a moment, and we'll sign in again, because once we press this button, once we sign in, it's going to show us that we've signed in our table. It's going to also show in our tracker over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and sign in. Okay, now it's shown here, and it should also pop up in our tracker. So this tracker goes in day by day. This little sign in tracker, it tells you what days that you've signed in. So this O is for October, and October started on Wednesday. So all of these days in October I did not sign in because I hadn't even made this planner yet, but on these days I did sign in. Now, one thing to note with this tracker is that on every Sunday you will notice, so this row is Sunday. On Sunday you won't have a box. The box for Sunday and Monday will both show up on Monday. Now, there's a mystery to this that I'm trying to figure out still, and I have a theory that it might be, if we go into the formula, that it might be because I have an additional Sunday over here. Now, I'm going to wait until next Sunday to test out if I remove this Sunday, will it show up on correctly, like on that Sunday, or will it still show up on the Monday? So that's a mystery that I'm trying to solve. If I work that out on the coming Sunday, I will let you know if it works out. So that's a little mystery that I'm trying to figure out with the formula and how that works. But I'm so overall, this tracker, it has been amazing for visual representation, where you can see here all the times that you've signed in this month, like with each day and in October. So each month, it will gradually go to November, December, and so on. And then we have a little illustration here as well, a little bit of fun. And I love this section so much. I feel like the illustrations really brought it out. And we have also an archive section, so you can see all the days that you have signed in as well, an archive there. So I'm so happy with this tracker. I'm so excited each day to sign in and to start my journey and to have a visual representation of all the days in the month that I have signed in. You can also change this into a yearly view as well. And I'll show you that once we get to the control room. Now down here we have our footer. I wanted the page to end with a visual element, visually aesthetic, with a visually aesthetic, footer. And we have a little shelf on the right and the left, and we have our controllers in the middle. This is one of my favorite illustrations in this Notion planner. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. And it's one of my favorite things to look at once I log in. It's honestly, I'm so happy with the collection of illustrations that I made for this planner, and I hope you enjoy them too. Down here I have a little note. All illustrations in this template are made by Hi, I Am Cozy, and these are the places you can follow me at as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tour for the dashboard section. Now let's go up into our menu and start exploring our way around a little bit more. So we've got control room. Let's head into there. This is our brains right now. Everything that we are, every bit of information, data is in here, most of it. So here we have achievements, databases. So we have our units. So these are your units: learning Notion, video making, design, illustration, and life. So you're going to change them to what your units are. And life is here as a subject to give it that little element of, excitement. So I am adding life as a unit of mine. And column 1 and column 2 are representative of if they will show up on the right or the left columns in the home dashboard. Okay, those are our units, badges, and tokens. Okay, these are our badges that we saw earlier. And as you can see, the tasks that we checked off, the major goals, are all showing up here. So all of these databases are linked, and they update in real time, which is absolutely amazing. I've been spending a lot of time working on formulas, databases, and learning the ins and outs. I feel like I've only scraped the tip of the iceberg, and there's so much to learn. So we've got our badges here, which we saw earlier, and they're related to the units that are here next to them in this property. And we've got also our tokens. So tokens are hidden elements within our choose your card section, and these are what we can win with that. So you can win ice cream, theme park, movie, rock climbing, but you change them to that, and you change your tokens to what you want to have as a reward. And these are all everything. So these are categorized badges and tokens, and then all is everything together. Let's close that. We've got our major goals here, which we saw on the home dashboard as well, and I've got them categorized in my subjects as well, and these are linked to our badges over here. So you can see I used relations to so you've got films, relevant footage for the topic, and this should show up here. Okay, so you've got all of these. It's like a tree. They all show up here, and then these are our tasks. So it's like a tree graph kind of in a database format, and we've got our progress bars, and we've got them all categorized, and then we have all, if you wanted to see everything in one view there. And then we have down, and this is the more complex, more filled, because it's got all our tasks in here. So these are going to be your tasks, but I'm going to keep these here as an example for you as a guide. And so we have our subjects over here. It's categorized. I've got units, topic within the unit, major goals, difficulty, because that also transfers to our difficulty level, which I showed you earlier in the home page. So we've got easy, challenging, medium. That's why I've labeled them. I've gone through and labeled them with difficulty level. So that could be nice and easy to sort through. Okay, let's close these up. Let's close them all up and we'll move on to sign-in tracker databases. So these are two related databases. We've got our tracker and we've got our sign-in dates. So this is actually filtered to sign in today. So whenever you sign in, it will sign in for you today, which is awesome. You don't need to do anything further. And once you sign in today, it will transfer the information into your habit tracker, your sign-in tracker, and it will give the dot that is responsible for that date. So tomorrow, a green box will show up here for Tuesday. And once I click sign in, this date would have gone to archived, and then a new date would, once I click sign in from the home page, a new sign in page would appear here, and a green dot would appear inside my tracker as well, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I'm still going to do some more experimentation to figure out the mystery of the Sundays not showing up until Monday, the Sunday boxes, and I'm going to see how I go with that. But yes, I am totally in love with this tracker. It's such a great visual element to see, how often you are logging in and, undertaking your tasks and things like that. And then we have in links, we have our game rooms. So we've got choose your card and side quests. And you can add more. I was even thinking about adding a mystery box kind of thing, or a memory game. So you could also make something like that. I could work on something more in the future and add it to this template. So we'll see how we go with that. And then we've got our difficulty levels: easy, medium, and challenging. All right, so this is our brains in here in our control room, and it's got a lot of information. So let's head quickly back to our main page, and we're going to head on to resources, and then we'll work our way down from there. So in resources, let's head on to that. I've got header covers for you, which you can switch out according to what you want. So they're based on the theme that I've illustrated for this Notion planner. So you can switch them out, or if you add an additional subjects and categories, you can use these to add to whatever section you like. Badges and headers, and this is for our choose your card area, which I'm going to take you to in not too long. And types of databases, so additional databases that you might want to use. You can use these if you wanted to add them to the rest of your planner as well. And then aesthetic icons, socials, widgets from widget box, so you can customize this how you like. Okay, so now we're back in the home page, and we're going to show you through the video section. So you've got your videos in here that you could put in, videos that you want to remember, bookmark kind of thing. And then we have our brain dump in here. If you want to write something quick and easily, that's easily accessible there. And then we have our pick a difficulty. Now once you go into each one, you will see that I've categorized the tasks based on their difficulty. So for example, posts work to Pinterest, I considered that as an easy task. So I went ahead and I went into my tasks database, and I categorized each task easy, medium, and challenging. So you can access them through here, and this is one way which you could go about undertaking your tasks through difficulty level, depending on how you're feeling or depending on what mode of challenge you are feeling like tackling that day. So here are our difficulty levels, and then we're going to swing past here, and we're going to go into our next section, choose your card. So let's click into here, and this is going to take us into a beautiful page where we have lots of mystery cards, which are all of our tasks hidden behind a question mark. And so once we go in and choose, we don't know what we're going to choose. We can choose one, takes time away from the screen for rejuvenation, and then that would be a task that you undertake based on choosing your card. Now, embedded in these cards, I have surprises. I have side quests embedded in these tasks, so there's somewhere in here, and I also have points for each token. So once you get, for example, 3 ice cream points, token points, that will fill up to ice cream, and then you've got yourself an ice cream to have an ice cream. Same with theme park, movie, and rock climbing. So I think down here I've got, congrats, see, you've received 10 rock climbing token points. And then once you've got that, you check it off, and then you can see that it's here over in rock climbing. So once you've got 3 rock climbing token points, you've 10 because they're in 10 points, then you can grab that and put it in there, and then it will remove it, and it will put it in here. You've got, congrats, you've received 10 rock climbing token points. There you go in there. And we can go ahead and uncheck these for the sake of our example. And so another amazing thing you could do with this choose a card section where you have your mystery cards, because you don't know what you're going to get, you can jumble these up. So you can place that there, you could place that there, jumble these up if you feel that will make it a little bit more fun for you. So that's pretty cool as well. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, users formula to display progress bars. Okay, once you do that, you can check that off. So let's go ahead and check that off. Or endeavors to make positive interaction with others. Okay, done. Once you do that, you will check it off, and there you have it, incomplete. So whenever you complete one of these cards that you've chosen, you check it off, it's incomplete, and that data will also transfer into the rest of the databases around the Notion template as well. So you've got your points hidden in there: rock climbing, movie, theme park, and ice cream, which is so fun. I thought, let's see if we can find another one. Users call out blocks to categorize information. We've got, all right, congrats, you've received 10 ice cream token points. So we've got those down here, and what I would recommend is for you to jumble up these cards, which is nice and easy. All you need to do is drag and drop them all around, and that's them jumbled, which is pretty cool. It's like, it's actually like a card system. And so you have ice cream, we've got our ice cream token points, and we're on our way to receiving an ice cream once we have all those. So while you're on your journey, your little adventure of tackling your tasks in this secondary way, which the first way was the difficulty levels. This is another way, choosing your card. It's more of a mystery adventure way. Once you've received your, once you go through and you see what you're gonna, what mystery you're gonna get next, in between embedded is your tokens you are going to be surprised with, which is awesome. This is one of also another favorite of mine, just having a mystery there waiting for you. And then we have our side quests. Let's go into there. So side quests are quests that you would undertake, like close your eyes and take a deep breath. These are also in choose your card as well. They're embedded in and threaded in those cards as well, so you might get those once you go in there. I haven't added too many side quests, but I want you to go ahead and add your own and add as many as you can, like as many as you'd like. See, these are more like, light tasks that you can do, like little, side quests. Take an aesthetic photo and post it to Pinterest, for example. Visit a new place. Mention 3 things you are grateful for, and I've got like a to-do. You can place them in there, and you can date it as well. So that's there for you. I'm so excited. Side quest, choose your card, and even going about it through the difficulty level. I feel like it's all so fun and really encompasses what gamification is, or a part of what it is, and as well so do the badges, which are a part of this whole system that I've made over here on the homepage dashboard area. So you've got your badges, your tasks. This is like the 4th way that you could undertake your tasks. So you've got your difficulty, pick a difficulty. You've got choose a card, side quest, and you can do it through the badges as well, which is here for you. So, relates information between 2 or more databases, and go about it through that way until you receive your badge, which is pretty cool. And, once you've also checked them off, for example, if you did it in choose your card, this information would relay over here. So if you say in choose your card, you completed all the tasks, every single task that you needed for Notion Devotion, this would also translate over here. So you don't need to come back and do it in this section, because it's all interconnected. So we've got that. And I'm just so happy and excited for everyone to try this, because it's honestly... It's such a, it's quest-like, adventure-like, and there's an element of fun to it. I also have different versions. So I have a black and white version, or a black version, shall I say, which is black. And I absolutely love how this turned out as well. This is another version that you could grab. It's the black edition. I love the colors, how it all comes together, and, that black sophisticated look. I absolutely love it. This section here looks amazing. The little icons and little illustrations that are just sprinkled all over the header. I love how cohesive it is, and how it's all coming together nicely. And then here you've got it looking amazing in dark mode. So I wanted to test how it looked in dark mode, and I absolutely love it. I love how the icon turned grey, and I love the green, how it pops out a little. You could also turn this into blue if you wanted to. So there's that. And see how the controllers pop out. I love it so much. And you've got your cards, side quests, and this looks so cozy. It looks like a little room, like a little nook, just a little black, cozy part just to sink yourself into. And I love how it's got like a neon-y vibe as well, with the blue, the yellow, and the green. So I absolutely love that. And your tracker there. So this is going to be, you've got your black version, and you've got your gardeny version, which is the purple and the pinks. So you got this version and you have this version, and you can choose which one you want or grab both of them if you want. There's this edition, which I love both of them, but I wanted to cater for different, like people who love darker themes, and people who love these bright colors as well. So I can't wait for everyone to try this. I'm really excited. This took me quite a while to make and to work out the systems, the databases, going through and designing the visual aesthetic part of it and illustrating all the illustrations, trying to figure out what would look good and what would really convey the message that I'm trying to portray, because I want this to be a place for you, an adventure, a place where you feel like you want to come back to each day, somewhere where you feel like you're going to be rewarded for your achievements, a journey, and you could keep adding to these tasks, these goals, and these badges, and you could really make this your own. You could take this and make this your own adventure, add games, add quests, add, badges, and all of these side quests and all of that. And you could really gamify your achievements. And this is really what I was trying to do here with this. And I also wanted it to be aesthetically pleasing and a place where you would feel cozy, safe, and excited. Like, that's something also I wanted, to have an element of excitement, because I know when I'm undertaking my tasks for study, for life, I want to feel like excited, motivated, enthusiastic, and I also want to feel like I'm going on an adventure. Like, that's a big part of it for me. I love adventure, and this is also like what part of my aim when even brainstorming to make this template for myself and for you all as well. This is part of why I made two versions, one of which is the black edition, which looks absolutely so mysterious and fun, as well as the original. It looks so fun and just a place to call home, So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the planner, and I hope that it assists you in undertaking your subjects and your life tasks as well, because that's what it is. It's about taking elements of life and really packaging them in a way where you'll be able to find the fun in undertaking tasks, doing things, and rewarding yourself for it, with these badges or with, these tokens over here with choosing your card and finding surprises. That's like having a surprise element, an adventure, mystery. I wanted it to tell a story, but I wanted it to tell your story, and this is what it is, and this is exactly what I love about Notion. Like, I can make this planner, and this planner is based on my subjects and tasks, but then you can take that and turn it into your story, your adventure, and your journey. That is exactly what I love about Notion. The flexibility to take one thing and turn it into a whole nother adventure, add to it, increase to it. And this is pretty much a learning experience. Over this past month, I've been enjoying learning how to use Notion so much, and I really feel like I'm on this adventure of increasing my skills. This is the evidence of it, because using my personal curriculum to one of my goals or one of my subjects was to use my personal curriculum to up my life skills and my study skills as a whole. And I feel like Notion has really been that place for me, but not a place like, it's been the place of fun adventure learning. And that's why I feel like I've had so much enjoyment learning about Notion, learning the systems in Notion. And of course I still have so much to go, and so much to learn. Like I said before, I feel like I've only just scraped the surface. And I've also learned so much about video making, and improving my skills in that, design and illustration, which is also something I'm, expressing even more, and I'm expressing it in my templates. And life, I really want to up my life skills and my quality of life. And this is why I call this the Gamified Study and Life Planner, because I want this to be a place where you undertake this adventure of upping your quality of life through different tasks, different ways of doing things, and adding, mystery, difficulty levels, and side quests, and and badges and tokens. And I'm so in love with this, and even as I'm going through this with you all, I'm even thinking of more things to add, like I was saying before, mystery boxes, or a memory games and things like that. So it really is something which I would call a digital garden. This is a digital garden which is to be built on and to be explored further, and to as a building block as well. So I fleshed this out, but you can flesh this out even more and take it so much further, which I feel like I am so inclined to do myself. I want to see how far I can take this, and perhaps make updated versions as well, like a 2.0, a Gamified Study and Life Planner 2.0. That would be so exciting, because you could flesh this out so much, and really make it a digital garden that keeps growing and growing and growing as you up your skills in life, study, and other areas too. So, I hope you loved this. This is like nothing that I've ever seen or come across or made myself. So Notion, the application of Notion made this possible for me. It's the application that I didn't even realize how flexible it is until learning it, and I'm still learning it, and I hope to share even more of what I've learned as I go on this journey, and I hope we can learn together and explore together, because this is like what I want it to be, an exploration, an adventure, and a journey of fun. And so I'm so glad to have made this template. I'm so like excited to start using this even more, and for you to start using it too, because it's really I worked so hard on this, and it was like a puzzle that I was putting the pieces together for. And honestly, I hope you enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. I'm so excited just by looking at it, just by going through and talking about it as well. So I hope you enjoy enjoy the template, and I hope you enjoy this video. With badges, you could also even turn that into trophies if you like. I just thought about that now. So it's like adventure. It really is gamified, and it could be even gamified further. So thank you for watching. I really want to say that, and thank you for being on this journey with me. And I just want to say that I really thought of you while making this, and what would be fun and game like, something to help you through your journey of life and in wanting to improve your quality of life. So I hope this is a resource that will really help you achieve that. And if you do try it, please let me know what you think. And yeah, let's have a chat about it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I did take a bit longer uploading this time because I was working on this for quite some time and going through fixes and tests and testing things and seeing how it all works as a system, and going through design changes, alterations with the illustrations and the way it was all designed. So it did take me a bit of time, but I was excited throughout the whole thing. It was a journey for me, an adventure in itself. So I can't wait for you all to sink into this, explore it, and go on your adventure. Your adventure awaits in this Notion planner template. And I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully. Take care of yourselves and let me know what you think. Take care.